Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. We're gonna finish investigating today. March 22nd, 9:14 p.m., Gatewater Hotel, Kurita's hotel room. Give me one moment. It is so needlessly hot in here.
It's past 9 p.m. already, isn't it?
It's past 9 p.m. Why is it so fucking bright outside?
I wonder if Mr. Edgeworth has already found Mystic Maya.
These things take time. I'd say probably not. The police are professionals, Pearls. They'll find her, so don't you worry. And if we can win a not guilty verdict tomorrow, then everything will be okay.
You're right.
So the real person who killed Mr. Credo was...
That assassin. Mr. Shelley the Killer, right?
And the card Miss Andrews found at the crime scene seems to be proof of that. But if that's the case, then a new question comes to mind. Who was the one that hired D. Killer to begin with? Who is his client?
You mean, who asked for the murder?
That person didn't want to dirty their own hands in blood. But whoever the client is, they're still a killer.
Who could have hired the assassin? Do you think it was Miss Andrews?
I wonder. But if she was the client, then why go through the effort to stab the knife into the corpse herself?
But if Miss Andrews wasn't the client, then... No, it can't be.
Madame Guard himself?
If Mr. Ungard really did hire the assassin...
Then he is not innocent at all. Was that Phoenix who said that? I don't know. Far from it. Who would be guilty of the crime?
But it can't be Mr. Ungard, right? I mean, when we first talked with him...
Mr. Ungard, I'd like to ask you one more question. Did you kill Mr. Juan Crida? Alright, just so we're clear, dude, I didn't kill anyone, and that includes Juan Crida, okay? I didn't see any psychologs at that time. Actually, that reminds me.
Did you remember something, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, something Miss Andrews said at the trial today. She said something interesting.
So what is this interesting thing?
Oh, that's right. You didn't hear it, did you, Pearls? Juan had bet everything on the Jammin' Ninja this year. And if he lost the Grand Prix, he was going to make sure Matt was going down with him. That's what he thought, anyway. Looked like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed.
Mr. Ungard's secret? What is this secret?
I don't know yet. God damn, what the Ow! But for now, let's think about it this way. Mr. Kurita was going to reveal this secret. That means... Mr. Ungard had plenty of motive to have Mr. Kurita silenced. Which means we have to meet with Mr. Ungard. There's no way around it now. God damn, what the fuck? There, finally. Okay. Sorry about that. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, hallway.
Wow, it's really getting late, isn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it's past 9 p.m. already, but we still have some things to prepare for tomorrow's trial. Still the matter of the secret Mr. Kurita held about Mr. Ungard, and Miss Andrews' real intentions. These are two things I must know tonight.
But aren't visiting hours over at the detention center?
I'm sure we'll think of something, Pearls. Don't you worry. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel, Viola Hall. Hey, wait!
What is it, whippersnapper? All I know is nothing that has anything to do with you is ever good. Like just now, I was handed this strange device for who knows what reason, and I was told to use it to search the whole hotel.
That's the bug sweeper, isn't it? The one Gumshoe made.
I don't know, and frankly, I don't care. But the request came from Edgy Poo, so...
Edgeworth?
And he said...
If you feel angry, direct your anger at that unsophisticated lawyer.
So I'm going to feel free to direct all my anger towards you.
Gee, thanks a bundle, Edgeworth. What a pal you are.
This is absolutely top secret, so you had better keep it to yourselves. I heard they found a spy camera hidden in one of the presents.
Very interesting.
I'm sure it was. You know, it was to catch poor Juan in the middle of a scandalous meeting. Scandalous? What's that? It means, well, you know, like that gossip that's been going around about my dear Juan.
Oh, you mean that thing about Miss Andrews? I'm sure she must have had some reason for getting close to Mr. Kurita.
I'll let you in on another secret, Yagan. I know you who planted that spy camera. It was that obnoxious puffy-haired photographer girl. The nerve of some people. Spying on people by herself, as if I wouldn't want to see it for myself, too.
Wow, the alien actually admitted her true intentions for a change.
I don't know what you're thinking exactly, but I can bet that it's nothing good.
But I didn't say anything.
So you want to know about Juan and that manager, right? Actually, as I hear it, they were something of a refreshing pair, those two.
Oh?
I tell you, Juan really welcomed that manager with open arms, I heard. That manager? Who are you talking about? You don't know? That manager woman Juan had. It's a shame she killed herself, though.
Oh, you're talking about Miss Celeste Pax. Miss Andrews' mentor, right?
Yes, that's the one. That Celeste girl. She was supposed to get married, you know.
Married? You mean to Mr. Kurita?
Really, you young kids today don't know anything, do you? That girl Celeste killed herself 3 days after their marriage announcement.
3 days after their marriage announcement? What in the...
Why would Miss Pax want to kill herself? She was going to get married. Well, that's because she was thrown away, you see, by Juan.
What?
But they're going to get married, right? They promised each other, right? They held a grand announcement session, but 3 days later, Juan suddenly cancelled their marriage.
Is it true?
It was in their weekly magazines. But why? Why did he do that? That was not in the magazines, unfortunately.
I see.
That night after Juan called off the wedding, that manager, Celeste, killed herself.
How terrible.
I wonder what happened between those two. Everything's delinquents like you.
Okay, I don't think I can... Yeah, okay. Shush, old bag, shush. I wish I could skip through this. March 22nd, Gatewater Hotel lobby. On that night, there must have been at least a few hundred people here. I guess the police have done with their questioning and investigating. Looks like things here in the lobby have finally calmed down. March 22nd, Unguard Mansion, living room. Looks like no one is around.
What happened to that person with the stuffed teddy face?
Oh, she must mean that butler with the stitches on his face.
Joe! Oh, there you are. I guess you're still awake, huh, Shoo? Come on, let's play.
I wonder if that butler, Mr. Doe, is already asleep or not. Right and Go, maybe? March 22nd, Right and Go Law Offices.
It doesn't look like Mr. Scuffy Detective is here.
Well, he's out there with that camera asking around at all the electronic stores.
Then I'll make some salad for him for dinner.
It looks like Pearls really appreciates what Gumshoe is doing for us.
Mr. Nick?
Yes?
Where's the lettuce?
I don't think I've ever bought lettuce before.
Aw, I guess I have to give up on making a salad then.
Guess that the lack of lettuce is kind of a problem. Can I talk some more? No, okay. That is not what I pressed, video game. Bum 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 bum. March 22nd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. Visiting hours ended a few hours ago. Looks like we're not going to get a chance to talk with Mr. On Guard tonight.
But isn't what we have to ask very important?
Yeah, but I don't think that matters to the guard. Damn. Criminal Affairs. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
It feels sort of tense in here, doesn't it, Mr. Nick?
Yeah, it does. I wonder if something happened.
You're Mr. On Guard's lawyer, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, we finally found just the person we've been looking for. A real decisive witness.
A decisive witness? You mean for Mr. On Guard's case?
We're taking the witness's statement right now. Gotta hand it to Mr. Edgeworth.
What's Edgeworth up to now?
Who is this witness? I think you know this person quite well, Mr. Lawyer. Mr. Nick?
Between the kidnapper's demand and now this, I can't see any way to win here.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Edgeworth wanted me to tell you something.
He did?
Even though visiting hours are long over at the detention center, he wanted me to grant you special permission, so there you go. Eh? I've already called them, so they know. Go on and go talk to your heart's content.
Thank you very much.
This is such good news, Mr. Nick.
Go talk to your heart's content? Sounds like the police are pretty sure they have tomorrow's trial in the bag. March 22nd, Detention Center, Visitors Room. I'm sure they must have transferred Miss Andrews here by now. So that means that both Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews are in this detention center. Now then, whose story do I want to hear? I want to hear Andrews first. Oh, it's you. Sorry to be visiting at such a late hour, but there are a few questions I absolutely have to ask you tonight.
Me? I thought your client was Matt.
I'm sure Miss Andrews knows something. She can't be clueless about the secret Mr. Krita had on Mr. On Guard. I'd like to ask you about Matt On Guard, if you don't mind.
Mr. Wright?
You still don't know, do you? The real him, I mean. You seem to bear a lot of resentment towards Mr. On Guard. If that's the case, then why did you become his manager? And why did you become intimate with his rival?
That has nothing to do with this case. Nothing.
I think it has everything to do with this case. About Miss Celeste Impax.
I'd finally put her death behind me.
And now, thanks to you, it's all come back to the surface. I think that's kind of Edgeworth's fault, you know. I'm sorry.
Yes, I was shocked by her suicide. It's true that when I heard the rumor that Juan was the one who had hidden her suicide note, I began to draw close to him. I wanted to get her suicide note back, and to burn it.
You wanted to burn it? But why? I didn't want it to spread like just another piece of gossip. But I never held any murderous intent towards Juan. I would never do something so stupid. Suicide note, huh? I wonder what it said. Why did you try to frame Mr. On Guard? That's simple. Because he's the killer, that's why. Isn't it the duty of every good citizen to inform the police?
But there had to be another way.
The police are excellent at doing their job, so they'd figure it out, right? Yes, they're so good that they couldn't figure out the real truth behind Celeste's death.
Miss Andrews?
Well, I know you're not the type of person to do something without reason. So please, tell me why you did what you did. Also, Phoenix saying the police are excellent at their job is fucking hilarious, considering Phoenix's job is to correct the mistakes of the police. And every fucking case, the police do a terrible fucking job, and Phoenix solves the crime. Revenge.
Huh? Did you say something just now?
A psyche lock, huh? Don't you understand yet? You're not my lawyer. To be honest, you're more like my enemy.
But
I'm sure I just heard Miss Andrews say, revenge. I'll do this later. I don't think I can do it now. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Oh, Mr. Wright, please, you have to help me. Uh-oh. Mr. Powers.
what happened? Why are you here?
You see, I got roped into this somehow.
What?
And now I'm going to testify at tomorrow's trial. So the decisive witness is Mr. Powers. I was talking with the detective until a little while ago, and I was on my way home, when all of a sudden, you're under arrest, and I was brought back here. Oh. They said my face and whole self in general looked suspicious or something. Well, I guess I can see how they thought you looked suspicious. I'm just a normal guy on an exercise show for kids. Is that a crime? Yes. Bum, 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 bum. Wait, isn't this Larry's theme? I really owe you one. If it wasn't for you guys, I don't know what would have happened. What you did? It was a real tight spot. I was in you. Okay, yeah. This. Okay. Okay. So, about this testimony you're giving, what are you going to talk about? I really don't know yet. But it sounds like I saw something pretty important from what they tell me. You said you saw something important? What was it? Well, the detective told me not to talk about it. You can't tell anyone, and especially not that lawyer, he said.
Who do you think is that lawyer the detective was talking about?
I'm going to take a wild guess and say it's me. Yeah, you got it.
Mr. Nick! Mr. Maya and myself are your only two allies in this whole world, but it's alright.
Ouch. I don't really have a lot of friends, do I? This is going to do a lot of damage to Matt, you know, because he's got that refreshing like the spring breeze image going. But what is he really like? Well, let's see, Matt's always been kind of a player with women, but he would never really turn a pretty face away, if you know what I mean. He always say it's just a game to justify himself.
What? How horrible! That's unforgivable!
Ow, sorry, didn't mean to offend you. But you know, he said once that there's only one person in the world who won't swoon over me. One person who won't swoon over him? His manager, you know, Miss Adrian Andrews. Why is Mr. Powers suddenly looking kind of energetic? You see, I'm actually a sucker for gossip. I mean, celebrities in the world have this dazzling sort of image, right? A dazzling sort of image? But aren't you part of that dazzle, Mr. Powers?
No, I'm more of a hairy, sweaty, smellish, brutish kind of guy, you see? But it's okay, really. I get to hear plenty of gossip about a lot of the other stars around me as things happen.
Well, that's true.
Oh, hey, so did you hear about this yet? About Miss Andrews' mentor and her suicide?
You mean Miss Impax?
We heard something about how her wedding was cancelled.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I thought about it a little the other day, about that mysterious death. Hey, Mr. Wright, why don't you ask me about that? Go on, go ahead.
Mr. Powers is so charged up his skin is practically glowing with electricity.
Hey, so have you heard this? Celeste left a suicide note. And they say that Juan went and hid it.
We heard about that in court today. But there wasn't any actual proof that she had left a note.
Well, this is what I think. I think that something bad was written on that note. Something bad for Juan, that is.
Something bad for Mr. Kurita?
Why do you figure so?
Well, before she died, Celeste talked with a few of her friends, and she said it looks like I may have been caught by an insidious man.
An insidious man? Did she mean Mr. Kurita by that?
Well, there's no one else that fits the bill, right? And that would be reason enough for him to hide the suicide note.
I see. Well, that's some good info. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. On Guard and Miss Andrews, they're both at the detention center right now. There's still things I don't understand or know about, I'm sure. I have to get to the two of them to tell me everything. Nothing. Whose story do I want to hear?
Dude, it's Mr. Wright. If you can get me off the hook tomorrow, I'm counting on you.
I hope so too. Edgeworth just dropped a bombshell on me and said that Juan Crudo was killed by an assassin, and that assassin's client is this man, Mad On Guard.
What's wrong?
Mr. On Guard, there's something I must know with 100% certainty.
You seem kinda different. You're totally not like your usual lawyer dude self.
About the press conference.
You mean the one where Juan was gonna dress up as the Nickel Samurai?
Yeah, I heard a little more about it from Miss Andrews. It looks like somehow Juan had in his hands a secret so powerful that it would destroy Matt's acting career had it been revealed. Could you please fill me in on what this secret is, please? I knew this was coming.
Mr. Nick? Don't tell me.
Psyche-lock.
You said it's secret, right? But you don't have any idea what it is, do you, dude?
Did you know about Mr. Kurita and Miss Andrews' relationship?
Well, it's all over the tabloids, dude. But I don't know any of the details, if that's what you mean. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I don't care what Juan did with his life.
Miss Andrews, she had a purpose in mind when she started seeing Mr. Kurita. Her mentor was Mr. Kurita's manager. And Miss Andrews was going to get Miss Celeste Impax's suicide note from him.
Celeste? Does that jog any memories? Dude, I suddenly just got totally hungry. You up for pizza? My treat.
Mr. Nick, what's a pizza? Is it a kind of pea? Like green peas?
Let's go eat one later, okay?
I got cut off by the pizza dude at the shop.
That's too bad.
Well, how about we get our minds off this topic and talk about something else, okay?
Mr. On Guard, are you connected to Miss Impax's suicide in some way? Not secret. Now, let's hear what this secret of yours is. What if Mr. Kurita had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I can't save? I can't save in this? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on, I was just in the middle of a nap. Ah, no. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. Okay. I'm gonna save before... Because, like, goddamn. I can't save during that? That's bullshit! That is bullshit too. Okay. Okay, come on, go. Faster. You pay close attention to Miss Kurita, especially on that night. Nope. Well, Mr. On Guard? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult my friend, okay? He said I should snort while I give a good laugh. Okay, here I go. I cannot snort. Can't believe you can be so flippant at a time like this. Mr. On Guard, I don't think you need to snort while you laugh. Really. I know you paid close attention to Mr. Kurita, especially on that night. What the fuck? Magazine clipping? No. I, like, genuinely do not know.
Mr. Nick, if you push yourself anymore, your soul will shatter. Please calm down. Collect your thoughts and try again.
I've made too many mistakes. Wait, what? Huh? That's what happens? Holy fuck! Holy fuck! I don't know. Okay, hold on, guys. Okay, so I'm a fucking dumbass. I can't do this yet. March 22nd, Wright & Co. Law Offices.
Mr. Nick, your phone!
I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous.
It's probably just your imagination. You should really pick it up, Mr. Nick. It could be important.
Hello? We've got a big problem, pal. What's wrong?
I'm on my way to the office right now.
Okay. Hey, wait a sec. Why is he coming here?
It's terrible. I don't know what to say, pal. It's the end. I'm sorry. I'm going to... Oh, I got it faster than I thought.
Hey.
No time to relax now, pal. I'm confused as anything right now. I'm confused as anything, yeah.
Well, what happened?
We got him. We know about that spy camera.
Eh?
This quickly?
And this bear's what gave them away, pal.
The bear?
I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera.
Wasn't that Mr. Edgeworth that figured?
Shh, Pearls. And? Go on.
There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime.
Who is it? Who would be so rude as to sign another person in their room?
Not on guard.
Huh?
Mad on God, a client, that's you, pal.
And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Honestly, I'm going to pause for now. I'll be back in a new recording because I'm getting tired. So it'll be like 5 seconds for you, but it's gonna be like probably a day for me. So catch you later. Hello everybody and welcome back. Oh wait, no, not welcome back. But I'm back, so yeah. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought the spare was...
I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. It's an exact match for the price of that stuffed bear.
A receipt? That's all you have?
Nah, it's not just the receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me, I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ungard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ungard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ungard himself.
My sight is failing. This can't be. Credit card receipt added to the court record. Type evidence received from Detective Gumshoe. Receipt for $3,800. Proof Ungard bought a stuffed bear identical to the one in evidence. So what about the spy camera we found?
That was a dead end too, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you for you to file away into evidence.
Spy camera, transmitter, and stuffed bear refiled into the court record.
I know you don't want to give up, pal.
I want to see, did I change it? Okay, transmitter, type evidence, retrieved from Kurita's hotel room. Changes the footage taken by the spy camera into radio waves and transmits the data. Stuffed bear, type evidence, retrieved from Kurita's hotel room. The spy camera was set in its right eye, found in the victim's room. Spy camera, type evidence, retrieved from Kurita's hotel room. Set to record the victim's room from 8 p.m. for 1 hour. Was running at the time of the murder. Other. Maps. Evidence. Photographs, evidence. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Juan Kurita's room was Matt Ungard.
Why? Why would Mr. Ungard do something like this?
I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita in one of their rendezvous.
I bet it's not a good enough answer for me. I don't know why I said answer, but shush. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera.
Are you going to see him, Mr. Ungard, I mean?
Yes.
I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we'll find out next.
I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for Pearls. Matt Ungard, what in the world have you done? Bye, Gumshoe. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 p.m., dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know that ignorance is bliss? But if you really want to know, let's talk. Okay. I can just go through it. Someone used this camera to secretly film Mr. Kurita's room from the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. I guess Juan had a few of those kinds of fans too, huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude?
Who else could it be from? The person who gave the spare to Mr. Kurita was... Where are you, Matt? Oh my god, John Doe! Age, eh? Gender male, the butler of Unguard Mansion, but for some reason I get the feeling we've met before. Mr. Unguard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Baird before, dude. Nah, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did that bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. Unguard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I'd think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Looks like you're not ready to give up your secrets yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here's proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. Unguard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800. This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush! It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew, elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. So can I ask you one thing? Yes? You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. Sounds a bit like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you going to do now? I'm going to find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... I want to say the card. Yep. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelly D. Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelly D. Killer? That's ridiculous! Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Madungard, I know why you know Mr. D. Killer. It's because... Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelly D. Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Kurita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt Unguard. And here I was, trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought. Anyway, Mr. Unguard, you really did hire. Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult myself? Well, I guess it's finally about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt Unguard. Where'd you get that glass of chocolate milk? From my ass. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you were Shelly D. Killer's client? You don't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, do you?
What do you mean?
And that woman, Adrian, was quite brave herself, trying to stick the crime on me. I didn't think she had it in her. But all I care about is that Juan is dead. Isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer?
That's... You're lying. That's terrible.
It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things.
But why? Why did you hide the video camera and...
A weakling soon believes the words of others. Just like that pathetic Adrian. You knew about Miss Andrews' secret? But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone, least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess?
And that's why...
Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay, and even blackmail him if I want. That's right. That video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright?
Why would you do something so wrong?
Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl.
Why? Why would you kill Mr. Kurita?
Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it?
If Mr. Kurita had been able to give it, then Mr. On Guard's secret would have...
Ah, well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know. I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought.
And that's how Mr. Kurita ended up dead?
Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet, innocent facade and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me. Matt on guard. Ah, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Kurita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that D-Killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Kurita. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. But too bad, you can't. You're my lawyer, after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? But you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do.
Mystic Maya!
You wouldn't want to test D-Killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You scoundrel! So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliche phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you finally found it. The starting line of this case
Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Well, Wright, what are you going to do? If you plan on changing your defense.
No, we can't do that.
That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was, and that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Now's not the time to talk about evidence. Fuck you. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, mad on guard, that man is really... It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I've believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say?
That's...
You are a defense lawyer. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Okay, when it came back in, when the music came back in, that sounded fucking awesome as fuck. Just the... that was awesome, that was cool. People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict. For a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And, isn't that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty. Motherfucker, I ran away because I learned my mentor killed my father. Bitch. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What do you... Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that the things such as a perfect record were meaningless.
Eh?
I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story.
Mr. Nick, the transceiver!
I'm sorry if what happened earlier. Well then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My. What is the matter, Mr. Attorney?
I don't sense your usual anger this time.
Tell me, please, why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Unguard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right? Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is D. Killer. Shelly D. Killer. You're Shelly D. Killer! Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a D. Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain... Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice, long nap. No! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission? Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be! That cat! Can it? What is it? I think I know where Shelly D. Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for Unguard Mansion immediately. Alright. You hurry as well then. Don't lose... Whatever you're gonna say that as, Pearls. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Yeah. Hey there. Wait, where the fuck you going? What the fuck's going on here, pal? Okay. Bye, I guess. March 22nd, Unguard Mansion, living room. Maya! Please answer us! Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There's no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time. He was the killer. He and Unguard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason. Figurine added to the court record. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Kurita? Type other is retrieved from Unguard Mansion living room. A wooden bear-shaped figurine. It's covered in many thin cuts. Why would something like that be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet door installed here. Ah, I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came through that little door? This door, it's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. There's no one in here. From the looks of this room, I would say this is in God's private lounge. Look at this, Wright. An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals in a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
No!
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. It's a VCR and an antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful.
It's a very small table. But we could barely squeeze 3 pearls on there.
But I wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick.
It's so out of place here.
There's a little door for you and this big door.
I'm sure Maya used this door to shove this out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. It's on Guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you have used this to get help?
Mr. Nick, where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. I feel like she should have been able to find it. A huge television and speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say,
I would die a happy Samurai fan if I could see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this.
Yeah, that's what she'd say. Ah, I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. I can't read all the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like Guard taped all of his own shows. What a spacious sofa. I bet 10 pearls would fit on here.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
Okay. I don't think there's anything in here. A wine cellar. Dedoy. We've searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. Looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl's looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean?
Yes. Mr. Kurita's former manager.
Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. Enguard's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added as a court record.
Ah!
Type photographs retrieved from Ungard Mansion, a wine cellar. Found at Ungard Mansion. With love, Celeste is written on it. What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see that picture frame.
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back! There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message.
What?
I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime back and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever! I'm fine, so you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. That's my... No! Mystic Maya!
Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. Looks like he looted us. Edgeworth? Yes? far as clues go, I think this is about all. Oh, that's Phoenix, not Edgeworth. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Miss Andrews' psyche lock. If I could just find out what secret she's hiding, then I think I can stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open that last lock. March 22nd, detention center, visitor's room. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your psyche lock. Psyche lock? I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. This guard monitors the visitor's room. He's sleeping standing up. The night's pretty long, and he's probably got tired. I hope he doesn't fall over. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ungard for the murder? I've already told you countless times, it's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ungard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said revenge. So you're saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on another person. There's something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Celeste? There was only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings, and even revenge, and that is Miss Impax's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hid her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Ungard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? This is a photo of Miss Impax, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impax's handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Ungard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Full health! Thank God I'm gonna go to the trial with full health. Celeste? She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Krita didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. Because of Mr. Ungard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste? She was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at that time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture. They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used, toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan was such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see. So that's what happened.
But then why did Mr. Krita have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all.
It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most.
Poor Miss Impax.
That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. And then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note.
But why would he do that?
It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt. And it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge? There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. And at a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it, because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. And I was going to burn it. I'd even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I know now. To be continued. Oh boy. Alright. We will start the trial tomorrow. I will see you all next time. Bye bye.